And so we want to take ownership stakes in various mines that can feed into ReElement through our strategic partnership with them, but make sure that these are low cost mines, steady mines, but be diversified, right? We have customers in the defense industry, we have customers in the commercial industry that need these products. I don't want to rely upon one mine.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by American Resources CEO Mark Jensen. Mark, very good to speak with you. You've gone from negative stockholder equity of $80 million to positive $93 million in a single year. What drove that balance sheet transformation, and what does it mean for the company going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been a multi-year effort to completely transform what American Resources does and what it is. The divestitures of our legacy businesses, specifically on the coal side, it was a non-value contributor to our business at this point. We had higher value opportunities to invest into, specifically in the critical mineral space. What we realized, and as we spun out ReElement, ReElement is a game changer within the sector. We are the only domestic producer that can produce at cost, and so we wanted to separate these businesses. And by doing so, we generated a substantial gain in shareholders' equity and really positioned the company to drive growth over the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years for our shareholders as well as for our country.
Well, as you mentioned, you've deconsolidated ReElement, but you have retained that strategic relationship. What does the simplified American Resources look like today, and why is this structure best for shareholders?
Yeah, so we do have a strategic relationship. We still own about 17% of ReElement. We believe the gap fair value is significantly lower than what the fundamental real value is of ReElement on our balance sheet, and that'll be showcased this year and next year, we believe. But the real focus for American Resources today is looking at really high value, low cost mines. There is no low cost mines in the United States. There is zero way we can mine in the United States and compete against regions of the world that have low cost jurisdictions like Southeast Asia and Africa. And more importantly, they have products that people actually need. NdPr is a commodity. Everybody's going to produce it. It's going to be abundantly available, which is great for the industry. What we're focused on is those other high value elements, such as germanium, gallium, the yttrium, gadolinium, these high value rare earth elements that nobody has access to today besides China. We're producing those today at ReElement. Now, furthermore, American Resources is focused on investing into these mines, taking ownership stake in them, not a control stake, but an ownership stake in them to ensure that ReElement has that feedstock through its strategic relationship, but not relying upon one mine. The mine to magnet story is a death sentence. You get caught up in if that one mine or if that one processing platform fails, you can't succeed. For us, we know the refining platform works extremely well because we're doing it today. But what we also know is we can take an ownership stake in various mines throughout the world and feed the ReElement platform and trade these commodities through American Resources to generate a substantial return for American Resources, but also secure these critical materials at a cost structure that is head-to-head competitive against China through the platform that we built.
So you're busy evaluating rare earth assets. You mentioned Southeast Asia and Africa. How close are you to announcing something, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, we're focused on making sure they're the right opportunities. We're working on a number of them in Southeast Asia. I'll be back there in July. We have partnerships in Africa. I'll be actually may stop in Africa on the way to Southeast Asia to visit with a recycling opportunity there, as well as 2 mines that we're already in far along discussions with. But what we are laser focused on is choosing the right partners and the right cost structure as we ramp up our production at ReElement this year to feed that beast.
Mark, you've removed the going concern qualification this year. For investors who followed the company through its difficult period, what does that milestone represent?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge, right? I mean, if you look at American Resources, we fought legacy every step of the way. We acquired a lot of assets, cleaned a lot of assets up. We did extremely well for our shareholders on doing that. But now what we have is a really simplified cost structure. American Resources has very little overhead. And with that going concern, with the cash balance, we have over $72.5 million. We've turned down more money, and we won't raise money at these levels because we don't need it. We're sitting on a very strong platform, a very strong balance sheet that enables us to move rapidly for the right opportunity. And we're positioned for the next 5 years to be the fastest growing player within the critical mineral space for cost-effective operations.
I mean, you talk about not relying on one mine or one region. So, in a world where rare earth supply chains are being reshuffled at pace, how do you see American Resources emerging?
I mean, it's the strategy that works. It's this idea that you're going to announce a mine and do a DFS or buy a legacy mine that's out of bankruptcy and try to make it work. It's really, really hard. You're competing against low cost jurisdictions. And so we want to take ownership stakes in various mines that can feed into ReElement through our strategic partnership with them, but make sure that these are low cost mines, steady mines, but be diversified, right? We have customers in the defense industry, we have customers in the commercial industry that need these products. I don't want to rely upon one mine. I've been in the mining industry for 22 years. Mines fail for many reasons. And oftentimes it's high cost structure or it's environmental issues. And so what we want to have is a diversified platform. So our customer base isn't relying upon one feedstock, and neither is ReElement. So it has that diversified mix of products that are coming in so that we can offer a more secure platform for our country, a more secure platform for our allied nations, and a more secure platform for our customers.
Mark, I hope you'll keep us updated with your progress on that. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you. I appreciate your time and appreciate you letting us tell our story.
Mark Jensen, the CEO of American Resources.